Okay guys, now we are here with our second video. So in the previous video we completed till checkpoint 2, which is about deploying the contract. So I deployed the contract in front of you, and now we'll be following through checkpoint 3 in this video, which is the main part. It is interacting with smart contract. So now for this, prerequisites are, before proceeding you should be having the postman in your system, and we'll be needing API endpoints and API key, which is obtained from Culp Studio after deploying your smart contract, and access to the routes and parameters for your smart contract functions available under check params in Culp Studio. So read the readme properly to actually know every step properly. Now what we'll do, uh, we'll see the deployed contract. So I have again deployed the same contract with another name, challenge 2, because I have initialized this contract, so it cannot be initialized again, just to show you the every step of interacting with the smart contract. So I had deployed it again so that we can move from basics how we can interact. Okay, now this is in pending state, so we'll wait for few minutes till it get deployed. We will look at the readme. Okay, so this says that tips for using postman with Culp Studio APIs: ensure correct method. So you have to ensure that whatever the method you are using in your postman, that should be correct. Okay, so 1 second, I'll head over to postman. All right, okay, now we'll see if it gets, yeah, it is deployed. Now we'll go to API gateway to generate the API endpoints of this smart contract. So we'll generate. Okay, so endpoints generated. Now we'll click here. Okay, so we have got all the endpoints of all the functions. Now what we'll do, we'll go to initialize function, which is in second page of this API gateway. Now we can see this is the endpoint generated, and this is the check params part, where you will get all the params related to your function and API auth key. So actually I have already created API auth key, but you have to create your API auth key. So you can just go here and you can create your API auth key by clicking over here, create API auth key. So just give it a name, key name, and key description is optional, and create from here. As I have already created, so I'm not going to create it again. I will be moving to the initialize function. So first of all, you have to initialize the smart contract. You cannot move to any function random. You have to initialize your contract at first. So this is the first step of interacting with the smart contract. So we are copying this param to our postman. So I'm just pasting this URL in my postman. Okay, so this is a post request. Now what we'll need, we'll go to headers. We will select key as X API key, and we will put the key here. So I am pasting that key. I'll check params for the key. So this is my key, I'll paste it. Okay, now I am pasting the body. What is here in the body? Yeah, this is the smart con. So this, now what I'll do, I'll paste the params in body, which is showing that the network is testnet, blockchain is Culp, and this is a wallet address basically from which you will sign the transactions. So ensure that your wallet is connected, that you are connected to Culp Studio wallet, and it is already given in the guidelines in readme that how you can connect to your wallet. So this is the guide which you can follow to connect to your wallet. Okay, now moving on. So I have put all the essential details here. I have put API key, I have put params in my body, and the URL is correct and the method is correct, HTTPS method. So make sure that you check the method. Now we are sending it. Okay, so yes, the contract is successfully invoked, and it will show you the result that success is true, and it will give you the transaction ID. Okay, so this function is invoked. Now moving on further, now what we need to do as per our readme. Okay, now second step is token minting. So we will be following this function, mint with token URI. So let's move on to token URI. This is the next function, mint with token URI. Now we'll copy in the same manner. We'll paste it here. Okay, now check params. So these are the params. Now just copy it, paste it here. You can also, actually in previous initialize function I just passed a string as it is. You can just change the params accordingly. So here token ID is taken in a string and token URI is also accepting a string. So you can just put your token ID whatever you want to put. Suppose I'm giving Shagun 20 is my token ID and URI is the metadata, so I can just give anything in that. Hello, this is NFT of, so yeah, now I am invoking this. Headers I have put API key, so API key will remain same for this. Okay, so everything is set. Now sending this transaction. Yeah, so the token is successfully, the NFT is successfully minted. Now it will also give you the transaction ID. Okay, now moving on, what our readme says, read the name of NFTs. So you can retrieve the name of your NFT collection using the name function. Okay, so this you can name function, say you can retrieve the name of your NFT, and then you can burn function allows you to permanently remove an NFT from the blockchain. Okay, so now what we'll do, we will follow this name function and we'll check the params what we have to give. Okay, so it's just accepting this. All right, now we'll paste the body. Going to the check params, just simply click this button to copy the params. Yeah, so this is the read type of function, so it will give you successful evaluation, success true, and result. So I just gave the name of token as a string, so it is giving me the response as a string. You can put your names whatever you want to put in the token name, whatever you want in during initialize, whatever you want to put as a name and symbol you can put here. You can just change this params name as, put your customized name, put your customized symbol, and you can initialize that function which I showed you previously. Okay, now what is next is burn. So we'll be going to invoke this burn function. Okay, now pasting this URL. All right, now just checking the parents. So I have to give the token ID here. So actually I'm just copying it from here. So what I'll do, I'll give my token ID from which I have created the token. Suppose I gave the token ID as shopon20, so it will burn this token. Okay, so I just passed the wrong token ID, I think.